Man, I tell you what, New York is tore up from the floor up. I ain't seen such a. I thought Chicago was bad, but New York is tore up, brother. I tell you, New York is worse than a soup sandwich. New York, all the stories and the issues that they're having right now with the migrants and stuff. At least we're seeing less and less of the violent stuff here in Chicago, but it's still bad here. Don't get me wrong, shit's still happening here. The part that messes with me is New York's cases seem to continue to get worse and worse and worse. Look at the newest one that I'm going to post an article to down below, where these police officers go into this migrant shelter and they are trying to apprehend this man because this one man is arguing with security officials and he don't want to follow directions and stuff like that. So he's being disorderly. They call the police on the guy. The police show up and they get surrounded by migrants. And they're throwing backpacks at them and water bottles at them. And they're jumping in and they're trying to grab the police and take them off. You can see they're like not physically hurting each other, but they're trying to get in there, like they're touching them, pulling on their arm a little bit here and there. And they're what it looks like anyway. I don't know. I mean, for all I know, when you take an object and you throw it at somebody, that's intent to hurt them in some way, shape, or form. So whether it be a backpack or a water bottle, shit, people throw frozen water bottles at protests and stuff like that because they're trying to hurt the cops. Look what happened at the Columbus statue. They had frozen water bottles that they were throwing at the cops. And as the police are leaving the building, you can see somebody in the back or something fly over the crowd and smack the wall right as the police officers are leaving. And then there's another altercation that happens. These people, they don't care. They'll do whatever it takes to make sure that they know you are not going to control them. And it's getting worse. Way worse. And these people sit around and y'all, I'm sure people know what's going on now. There's a handful of y'all out there that are like, oh, wait, they're people just like us. Just let them do it. Don't mess with them. Just leave them alone. Let them do what they got to do. Let them do what they got to do. Let them hurt innocent people. Let them continue to suck off the taxpayers' dollar and stuff like that while they don't contribute to a fucking thing here in the United States. You know what they need to do? Take their ass back home where the fuck they came from. That's what they need to do. Let them be. Let them. We're all people of God and stuff like that. You know what? I understand that, but I don't give a shit about all that right now. I care about what's going on right here in the United States, and they don't belong here. And that's that. I'm to the point now where I'm angry about it. I don't feel like being nice about it anymore. I've run into enough migrants at the Home Depot, out in public, coming into the business, trying to solicit us to where, and seeing the security footage of them trying to break into families' homes and garages and cars in the neighborhood. I don't give a shit what people say about it. You know what happened today? We don't know if they were legit legal or not. I'll throw a little clip of the video in here as well, and try to blur it. My buddy's dad is driving his Toyota Sienna, and he goes to pick up some lunch for a couple of the guys. And as he's coming down Pershing towards Western, Pershing towards Western, there's a viaduct, a bridge right there. There's not a lot of room once everybody gets lined up and kind of situated underneath there. And I don't know where he was from. Dude didn't speak English or anything, barely. He just kept saying, go to police, go to police, go to police. Anyway, I get a call. Hey, you need to go down there at the McDonald's. My dad's down there. This guy hit his car and ran right off Pershing and Archer. He hit his car and ran down there at Western and Pershing. Well, he continued to go down Pershing to Archer. There's a McDonald's there, and he was chasing him to that location. It looked like he was going to pull in there. And he said he acted like he was going to pull in there. Then he pulled back out onto Archer after he pulled through the McDonald's, went down to California, busted a Yui there. So I'm already down at McDonald's while they're out driving through the neighborhood right there in Brighton Park. This guy's trying to get away from his dad. I go down to the McDonald's. They ain't down there. My buddy pulls around the corner, picks me up. We jump in the car, and he says, hey, my dad's on the phone right now. Says he's coming down this side street right here. The guy's about to hit the main intersection right here at Pershing and Archer. He came back through the neighborhood again, except he's coming from one of the little side streets, and he's gonna come out right where Pershing and Archer meet. So as I see his dad coming around the corner, there's this like maroon Envoy. I jump out of the car in the middle of the intersection, and I run towards the car through traffic and everything. And I walk up to this dude, and I told him, I said, put the window down this much. And I said, did you hit his car? And I like made a motion towards his mirror. You hit his car and you ran? And he says, no English, no English. And I said, oh, so I see. You hit his car, and now you don't have insurance, and you're trying to flee. I ain't moving. I'm standing right here. So I stood in front of his vehicle until we thought the police were going to come, right? And he cracked his mirror a little bit, but it wasn't that big of a deal. His dad was like, if he would have just said sorry or whatever, it wouldn't have been a big deal. But the guy hit my car at an intersection, my mirror, and then just kept going after he looked and was like, oh, shit. And it was two Hispanic people inside the vehicle. Now, I don't know if they were Mexican. I don't know if they were Venezuelan. But I'm starting to see more and more and more stuff happen in the Brighton Park area like this, where there's tons of hit and runs. And even when they catch these people, they can't do nothing to them. So I pick up the phone, and the police officer's like, yeah, what are we going to do? Just stay where you're at. We'll file a police report right there. So we wait like 20 minutes for the police to show up. They don't ever show up. 30 minutes, they don't show up. I call up dispatch again. I said, man, I'm going back to the damn shop. I ain't got time to sit here for over a half an hour, and y'all sometimes don't even come. So I'm going back to my shop. So once we get back to the shop, his dad's pretty cools off by then, and he was like, you know what? Don't even file a police report. It ain't even worth the time and aggravation, because you know what they're going to do. They're going to let these people right back out again. And they probably don't have insurance. They probably don't have anything that can lead them back to an incident if they get in trouble again in the future. There's going to be nothing there, because that's the system that they have set up now. Basically, is they do some stupid shit. As long as you're not white or black, you end up doing, or Asian, you do some stupid shit, and you're some asylum-seeking descent, and you're documented that way, you get away with murder here. Well, basically, almost murder. But, and that's how it happens. They rob, they steal, they beat people up, they beat the cops up. For God's sake, they beat the freaking cops up. They beat the shit out of the cops, and they let them go. They don't even prosecute them. The dude that the guy that got hemmed up by the police in the migrant shelter, where they all surrounded him, the one that I originally started this video talking about, I have a link down low for that as well. They didn't even charge that dude. I think if you read in the article, like 3/4 of the way down, it says they dropped the charges and sealed the case on it. What? So, does this not tell you the world that we live in? Does that tell you how the system itself seems like it's set up and it's prejudice? Yeah. It's some messed up stuff going on right now. Messed up stuff going on right now. Anyhow, that's the update. Y'all be blessed. Take care. Have a great day. Be ready. Keep prepping. Keep your families close. Don't spend a bunch of money and stuff right now. It's not the time for any of that. Stay simple. Buy simple things. Take simple vacations if you're going to. Don't do anything too extravagant right now until we figure out what's going on. Till the next president, at least. Take care. I love y'all. Be blessed.